वो काम
आजकल पूरा ध्यान हो जो भी आया पुलिस का ट्रेनिंग सेशन में जब दिल्ली पुलिस में करवाया था अभी हुआ है
कि सबको 101 में आना है, बिना बताए कोई नहीं जाएगा। पूरी टीम की
बच्चों का देश तो याद रहता, नाम भूल जाते हैं।
पूरा सेटअप करता है।
आपने इनके कहाँ किया? फर्स्ट
स्टार्ट करो।
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and privilege to welcome a towering figure in the field of cybersecurity, Dr. A.K. Mohapatra sir. Dr. Mohapatra is a distinguished academic and a revered cybersecurity expert, currently serving as professor in Department of IT at IGDTUW, Delhi. With over 20 years of rich and varied experience spanning industry, academia, and research, he has held several prominent positions, including Associate Professor at USICT GGSIPU and the CTO and Chief Information Security Officer of Delhi Police. His visionary leadership led to the establishment of the Cyber Cell and Technology Center for Police, a monumental step forward in digital policing. Dr. Mohapatra holds a PhD in Information Technology from GGSIPU and has authored over 90 high-impact research publications in renowned journals like IEEE IoT Journal and Computer Communication. He also holds 3 Indian patents to his names. His research interests include cybersecurity, deepfake, cryptography, quantum cryptography. Currently, he is also the principal investigator for 2 funded research projects and contributes actively as a reviewer for several international journals. Sir, we are truly privileged to have you with us today. And now, we move ahead with the presentation of papers. All the participants are kindly requested to remain seated during the presentation and certification distribution process. Now, I invite Dr. V.C. Pandey sir of paper ID 377 to come forward and deliver their presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. The topic of the paper is generative AI and large language models in engineering and management, opportunities and challenges. Actually, the idea of this paper came when I talked with one of the Russian friends. He was basically from manufacturing, and I am from engineering. Then we talk about how we sensitize our students to do more projects, to let do some study to find out what are the opportunities for our students and challenges in application of generative AI and large LLMs, large language models, Then we decide to do some review papers, some review papers. It's not a data generation, blah blah blah, etc. We studied certain good research papers. On the basis of that, we incorporate our idea how the engineering academics and management academics will get opportunities and what are the limitations of generative AI and LLMs. The background is very clear. Generative AI and LLMs like GPT, ChatGPT and all other GPTs, but LLM algorithms have transformed AI and rule-based system to context aware than generative systems. And capabilities include human-like tasks, image, code generation, and strategic decision support. Evolution of AI and engineering and management. Earlier focus was traditionally AI was decision tree and all were used to focus was automation, fault detection, and forecasting. Being a student of industrial engineering, we were very much focused on the forecasting. What the forecasting of demand, forecasting of so many things. Because the forecasting is very important in producing something. आपने market forecast करना है, उसी के बाद ही आप वो चीज बनाओगे to ensure that what you produce, what you manufacture is going to be sold. And LLMs now AI-assisted design, smart systems, digital twins, adaptive simulations, LLMs enhances human-machine collaboration in dynamic environment. These are the evaluation of AI in engineering and management. The research gap, most of the studies are fragmented, technical focus, or isolated use cases that dominate. That's why I told in the start that our focus is little bit academic. Other research gaps are lack of comprehensive interdisciplinary synthesis of generative AI role across engineering and management. Critical need of to address ethical and infrastructure and socio-organizational challenges. The objective of this study is critically evaluate generative AI and LLM impacts on engineering and management, synthesize opportunities, intelligent automation, predictive analytics, human AI collaboration, identify challenges of ethics, bias, technical and organizational barriers, propose actionable insights and future research pathways. These are the literature survey, and most of the surveys, that surveys can be divided into two groups. One is historical evaluation and another is recent advances in LLMs. We studied both earlier and I compare here the traditional AI and generative AI comparison here. That is the learning paradigms. जो traditional था वो reinforced learning and supervised learning like this, and now the self-supervised function. पुराना जो AI का uses था, जो traditional AI था, वो prediction की बात करते थे, forecasting की बात करते थे, और वो through the decision trees. And now today, by virtue of deep learning and all, content generation, adaptive generation, GPT, PERT, and DALE, these are the outcome of the literature survey. The methodologies exploring opportunities for generative AI in engineering and management. Traditionally, if we see the traditionally, for example, product design, there were tools like CATIA, Pro Engineers, and all were used to design the products, especially geometrical modeling and prototype. Then the generative design tools are now in the market. For example, Autodesk Fusion 360 incorporate AI tools that is very much handy. You need not to even learn the any sort of Pro E or CATIA or whatever. It will give you so many. It is so much handy to design any product. Software development. आप सॉफ्टवेयर जो कंप्यूटर के स्टूडेंट हैं, they can see कि through ChatGPT they can generate the code automatically without any efforts. Predictive maintenance, yes, जो shop floor है, जो factories है, industries है, वहाँ पे predictive maintenance की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. If the predictive maintenance is proper, then we can breakdown हमारा zero हो जाएगा, like this. तो यहाँ पे भी अब AI forecast failures using IoT data, minimizing downtime, digital twins, they can simulate real world systems digitally for optimizing planning. And if we see the management part, then again in management the decision making is the most important process, most important outcome of the good managers. क्योंकि मैनेजर को क्या करता है? Decision. And now AI simulates business scenario, business models, risk and resource optimization, then market analysis and forecasting. Manager का ये भी बहुत बड़ा important role है. Forecast the sale and all, demand. That is also predictive models, guide competitive strategies are available. Process automation, AI streamline HR, finance, supply chains, supply chain operations, then talk about the customer experience. पहले point of sale हुआ करते थे, POS से आपके generate होते थे, lead generate होते थे, customer से पूछ लेते थे कि क्या कैसा आपके तो based on those trends, AI is able to give so many suggestions and so many guidelines to the manager so that their work will be now quite easier. Now, challenges and ethical considerations. यहाँ पे cyber security की साथ कुछ बात हो. Data privacy and security, risk of privacy breaches with vast data usage. When vital in sectors like healthcare, finance and defense, bias and fairness. AI models may amplify societal bias, risking fairness in HR, finance, etc. Requires diverse data set and rigorous auditing. IPR and plagiarism की बात करें. मैं इस पेपर के लिए कहूँगा कि we have not gathered our data. लेकिन आज AI आपको इतना जाने कितना डेटा भी जनरेट करके दे देगा. That's why the research become, you cannot even identify this data is generated by AI or it's the real data. It's very difficult. Lack of transparency and explainability, ethical use of accountability, job displacement and workforce transition. And this is the thing. It was the genesis behind genesis of our study that we talk about. How we can engage our students in AI research, especially in engineering. Engineering means यहाँ core engineering की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. Core engineering and core management में AI का जो research है वो कैसे introduce करें. Then enhancing LLM efficiency and reducing bias, So, develop energy efficient AI models, apply bias mitigation and hybrid AI techniques, integration with blockchain and IoT, ethical AI governance and policies, human AI collaboration in decision making, summary and key findings, generating AI transformations, revolutionize engineering through AI-driven design, simulation, predictive maintenance and digital twins. मैनेजमेंट इनोवेशन की बात करें तो इनहेंस स्ट्रेटेजिक डिसीजन मेकिंग, मार्केट forecasting, customer engagement via process automation. Then challenges identified, addresses bias, high energy consumption, misinformation risks, and ethical dilemmas. Real world implementation की बात करें तो companies like Tesla, Google, and Amazon and leading universities are integrating generative AI and LLMs for innovation and education. The conclusion is industry impact. Generative AI and LLMs offer significant operational gains via automation and AI-driven decision making. Ethical risk and governance must be prioritized by sustainable adoption. Academic impact की बात करें तो embedding AI literacy in curriculum, in critical promoting interdisciplinary research on explainability, data governance and ethics is essential. Overall insights, realizing the benefit of generative AI demands a balanced approach combining innovation, ethics and policy framework. These are some recommendation policy actions. Create legal framework addressing bias, data security and AI accountability. Mandate explainability standards and encourage multi-stakeholder governance. Research priorities, focus on energy efficient AI models and cross-technology integration. Advance human AI collaboration. Framework to enhance augmented intelligence and future detection is strengthen trust, fairness and transparency in AI system to drive responsible innovations. These are some leading references through which we give this review paper. Thank you all. If any question, then I would like to answer.
Questions, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for presenting your paper. Now, I would like to invite Aditya Rai, paper ID 657.
हाँ जी सर कर दिए मैं शाम तक अपडेट कर दूँगी मेरे पास है सॉफ्ट कॉपी तो शाम को बोलूँगी
Good afternoon to all. Myself Aditya Prakash Rai and I am privileged to present here my research title Vision Play using AI, ML and machine learning algorithms. Our research originated from a real life problem. Despite technological advancement, the sports video analysis realized through the manual inputs from the leaving the players to adjusting tracking, which is time consuming and error prone and effectively in moving fast moving players like football. So as we already know that in games such as football and basketball, there are two teams where we see the players playing throughout the game. But for the coaches and the players who would like to analyze their whole game throughout the competitions to analyze their next game and improve their game performance, they uses this our Vision Pro to analyze their game by tracking their speed, how their stamina, and how would they improve themselves for their next game. So our this Vision Pro uses the advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning to analyze their gameplay and get the data and improve their gameplay. So our Vision Pro basically tracks the player positions, the player ball possession, player speeds, the distance covered by the player, and the camera correction and the player identification throughout the game. So basically our project or research have 4 pillars. First is automated detection and tracking. So the old tools such as Sport UV and TerraCap uses the manual inputs where we have to manually mark the teams to get their matrices. But using the Vision Pro, we use YOLO, which uses the AI tool to automatically detect the objects such as player, ball possession, and different teams, whether they are in a coach present or a non-playing character. The second is custom team classification. So, as usual, the old tools such as Chlorohebo, which is used for the manual inputs, which was really error prone, where the data was not really accurate. So, we use the teaming clustering to identify and differentiate between the two teams with the help of their t-shirts, t-shirt color, and also help us to identify the ball position. The ball position means actually the longer the team has the ball with them, the longer are the chances for them to win a game. So, and third is accurate movement. So, we use the optical flow and perspective transformation to actually get the accurate data by throughout the game, where we use optical flow, which uses the pixel within our image to analyze the player or object in every and each frame. And the fourth is comprehensive matrices, in which our project provide advanced matrices such as player speed, distance covered by the player, and many more. So the methodology we use is, and the technologies we have used here is detecting and tracking the player referee and the football. Whether it's a football or a basketball, we use this project will help us detect, and the technology we have used for the detection is Ultralytics, YOLO, and our own created custom data sets. Our data sets were trained on the RoboFlow, where we have used around 600 data images to train our model. So here, second is identifying and differentiating between the players of the opposite team based on the color of their t-shirts. So the technology we have used is scheme clustering, which is used to divide the players in the cluster or a group with the help of their team colors. And third is measuring the camera movement, adjusting the analysis to ensure the accuracy of the player tracking. Here the technologies use optical flow and open series perspective transformation. So the reason we have used perspective transformation is because when we see a game suppose we are watching a cricket and where a player is running throughout the ground. So a cameraman also runs throughout the player to get the whole the image of the player into the frame. So as the cameraman is also moving and the player is also moving, we cannot get the accurate speed at which what the player is moving. So we use open series perspective transformation, which helps us to get an accurate data to analyze and use for the further analysis. Fourth is calculating the player metrics such as speed, distance covered, ball position percentage. Fifth is technology platform for the platform we have created with the help of Django, SQL and database, and HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Because using this we have made a user interface which is easy to use and where we can just input our raw video and get it done. So here is the work done. Basically, first we are in the user phase. You will see our website where you first have to upload your video, and after the uploading that video, it will be go to backend where the first YOLO detection will take place. Then gaming clustering. Then all the players within the video will be differentiated as a separate object where the two teams will be separated. The ball possession and the person carrying the ball will also be separated along with the coaches and the non-playing character. So after the process in the backend is completed, the video is again given to the user where we can simply download them from our database, and it is really easy to use. So as you can see in this image, the first image is ball position. The player having the ball is marked with a red mark, so it shows that the person carrying the ball will be already marked throughout the game. And in the second image, as you can see, the whole two teams are differentiated based on their t-shirt color. First is white team and the green team. And you can also see the numberings are given to each player, which identify the number of players within the team. And at the corner you can see the ball control where you can see the position of the ball throughout the game. Here the team 2 has the 94% where throughout the game the team 2 has the ball over a long period of time. So the winning possibility of team 2 is more than team 1. In the conclusion, this project makes a major advancement in the sports analysis by fully automating the detection, tracking and measurement of the player and ball matrices using YOLO, gaming clustering, optical flow, and perspective transformation. It delivers accurate real-time insight that enhance performance, elevating and sport better decision making. And this system set a new benchmark for the efficient accuracy and depth in any game analysis. So these were the references we have used. Thank you.
Any questions from the audience? I am having 2 questions, right?
Sure.
First question is, why you have chosen LOB8 model? Now it is LOB12, 11.
Sir, because actually, sir, we have earlier used Euro 5 because it was more compatible with our software and the data training was already like good enough for us. So that's why we are Euro 8 right now.
This is a Vision AI program. Can it be, if I put one, can it be applicable in cricket also? Because I think almost all football.
Sir, actually, earlier we have made it for only football, but now we have advanced it, limiting it to football, so we have made it for all the sports games.
In the television, when we analyze the football and post-watching the game,
Yes.
already this type of softwares and
Yes, sir.
analysis is available. So what is the novelty in your method?
Sir, our system, actually, sir, they use 2 types of tools for different things. First is Chloroflow, which was used for manually inputting the video, but in our project will be detecting it in a real time. Suppose you are having a camera and you are displaying over the game in a real time, it will tell you the real analysis in a real time.
What is the assumption here?
Assumption, sir.
My example is suppose the weather is foggy and the camera which captures the image, because it captures the video, that is not, I mean, it is not a contemporary view.
So that's why we have used optical flow.
Enhancement of the images that has been captured.
Yes, sir, that's why we have optical flow and perspective transformation because it is used to read the image by the help of pixels, which is make it more clear and accurate to read.
Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aditya. Now I would like to invite Ms. Archana Mongia, paper ID 599.
Good afternoon, director sir and all dignitaries and all my colleagues. My topic is IoT resource management in the medical field through machine learning. IoT is a considered as an interconnected and distributed network of embedded systems in communicating through wired and wireless communication technology. It is also defined as network of physical objects or things empowered with limited computation, storage, and communication capability, as well as embedded with electronics such as sensors and actuators, software, and network connectivity that enables these objects to collect, sometimes process, and exchange data. The IoT deployment become includes first in 2025 30.9 billion. So it is very difficult for massive channel access. However, the deployment of IoT on massive scale also brings along lots of challenges. Some of these challenges include design of the networking and storage architecture of the smart devices, efficient data communication protocol, protection of IoT devices, and applications from malicious attacks and devices and application interface. This is my research objective: better IoT resource management with machine learning in medical sector. Our best result comes for applying these algorithms. This is my literature survey. Joint resource allocation and power control for D2D communication and deep reinforcement learning in MCC. These are resource management issues. Massive channel access. Due to massive channel access, it is very difficult to access the channel because there is network congestion and storage architecture. Power allocation and interference management. Network transmission through intra and intra-cell. So it is very difficult in resource management. Cell selection and heads of management. In cellular IT's applications, the devices have to associate with a base station or a gateway node to connect to the internet. Again, the association may not be necessarily symmetrical in both uplink and downlink scenario. That is, an IoT device may associate with different base stations at the uplink and downlink. Next is energy management. Energy efficient communication is very important since most of the sensors and actuators in IoT are battery powered with limited battery capacity and changing charging facilities. Now, heterogeneous QS. Since IoT networks are comprised of heterogeneous devices with different capability and characteristics as well as communication requirements, they will require specialized and customized resource specified to their requirement. This is our block diagram of the research demonstrations of prescriptive analysis for resource allocation. First, I choose resource chooser, that is the company or medical staff. Medical staff daily provide services to the patient. So it will be positive or negative. For positive output, it will become 1, and for negative output, it becomes -1, and for neutral, it becomes 0. So these resources to the company directly interact with the patients. Then generating historical interaction. These are one leg interactions between client ID, resource ID, and permissions. Then I use Azure model for training for improving the predictivity of the model. Then XG booster model for improve the training and then improve the predictivity of the model. Then TensorFlow model of the training. It trains the data. First a portion of data is trained and then whole model will be trained. Then IoT implementation, a no-drag condition will be employed here for the IoT. This is Azure model of training. First, we have a CSV file for training the data, then edit bigger data, and then convert to indicator values, then select columns in data set, then split the data, and then we use a multi-class neural network to train this model. And at last we evaluate the model. This is our output. Output is becoming positive direction, so we get the best result. It is in 0.25. This is our sample of interactions. Then train sublearning data. This is also in positive direction, so we get the best result in the positive direction, and my accuracy will be improved up to 85%. Here, in a sense, IoT network must handle resource allocation issues and makes situation judgment on the unique management of resources. Machine learning applied to IoT resource management is beneficial when a company leverages its resources to provide services to the customers. For each interaction ID, the author looks up the best estimate and the actual result for that interaction. Together, these discoveries provide a full pipeline that creates synthetic data, train model, and assesses how well they perform. These are our references.
Any questions from the audience, please? No questions. मैम आप थोड़ा सा वो डायग्राम दिखाइए, ब्लॉक डायग्राम. Come back to the slides. बस नहीं उसका आगे next.
As you want.
This one. What is the need of splitting the data here? And why you see the train model, the multi-class neural network, there are two arrows. One is score करना है. In what basis? The split data.
This is what I was missing. The training model, we get a score model and then evaluate. There
one arrow is missing.
Yes.
But your, I think in the title of it, you talked about the IoT resource management for medical applications.
Yes, this is for medical company. I have taken the data set for medical company, and all the conditions are verified by this.
So it is for medical, I mean to say. It is not for, I think, I mean to say IoT devices that is implanted or that is being used for the patients or doctors.
It is used for IoT devices implanted for patients and doctors. There is always interaction between patients and doctors and some nurses. Because which type of service they provide, it depends on the IoT conditions.
Okay, that is fine. My last question is, because you see, medical, whenever you talk about the medical, there are two important aspects. One is for ethics, another is for privacy, right, of the patients and others. How generally did you have any idea about how the privacy is preserved and we can do compute and such of things? Whether you came across these questions?
I don't have any idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for presenting the paper. Now I would like to call Vijay Singh Negi, paper ID 588.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vijay Singh Negi and I am delighted to present my research paper project on deep learning for equation solving, a visual approach and diverse equation representation at the International Conference of Emerging Applications of Artificial Intelligence, Machine Learning and Cybersecurity held at HMR and technology. And This project proposes a deep learning
आपका affiliation क्या है? कहाँ से कौन से कॉलेज से आए हैं?
This this project proposes a deep learning based air canvas system integrated with equation solver built using OpenCV, media pipe, and a CNN convolutional neural network. Conventional methods of solving equations digitally typically require a keyboard, touch screen, or stylus, which can be limiting in terms of accessibility and user experience. Some systems also rely on extra hardware to detect gestures with increasing cost and complexity. To address this issue, we develop a system that allows users to draw equation in the air using hand gestures and captured via webcam and processed in real time using media pipe, which is used for accurate hand tracking, and CNN model is trained to recognize handwritten digits and symbols. Literature review, we have done some studies, and the other papers were based on LSTM, long short term memory, and OCR, optical character recognition, and high rate. So these models were good, but were very complex as compared to our model. So methodology and work done. First we have used. First we take the input from the users, and then we process the image, and then we send that image to our model, which is a CNN model. And here is our model architecture, which uses convolutional Woody model, then max pooling, then another convolution and max pooling layer, and at last we have flatten layer, which is used to flatten 3D into 2D objects into 1D then arrays, which will give our output as 1, 2, 3 to predict the number. Okay. And here is our data set example. We have used these types of numbers and operators like plus, minus, division, etc. And we have make a boundary box on the digits and the operators to detect them correctly. And our libraries include OpenCV, which is used for image processing, and webcam, and MediaPipe, which is used for hand gesture recognition, and Matplotlib to visualize our result. Scikit-learn to use some scientific calculations, and NumPy is also to use for that purpose. And here is our workflow. First, we have a canvas, which is where the person will write the equation in the air, and then we collect the data and we process that image, which would fit to our model, our CNN model. Then we train the model and then test the model, and that's all. And result, we have included a difference table that shows our result with other result from different papers. Like our recognition accuracy is 78.12%, and our solving accuracy is 99.2%. Whereas traditional OCR has 65.4% of recognition accuracy and solving accuracy of 90.5%. And we also have a processing time, which determines that after how many times that we give the output, our model is able to give the output. And here is our model and model accuracy. Here is a conclusion matrix that shows that if we have if the character is decimal, then how accurate our model determines that it is a decimal or division or any other number. And also we have a classification report for our project. And this is our prediction. Here, like if anyone has written 7 divisible by 5, then the output format is like this. We build a boundary box on the numbers present on the screen, on the image, and also on the operator, and then the model will try to predict each number and each operator, and if the numbers and accuracy are correct, then it will give there is the output. Okay. So conclusion is that our standard-based model demonstrated strong performance in recognition and solving hand-drawn mathematical equation with accuracy of 78.12%, whereas other models like OCR and SGM based approaches has a low accuracy. And also our model is simple, whereas these approaches are somewhat quite difficult to understand. And here is the list of the references. Any questions?
Any questions? You are in BTech final year.
Yes, sir.
तो ये जो accuracy वगैरह whatever the जो आपने बनाया whatever the results you are showing,
Yes, sir.
ये कौन सी कंप्यूटर में है? Because ये जो laptop you did it.
Yes, sir. ये वाले हमारे the first row shows our accuracy.
एक मिनट मुझे एक चीज बताओ.
Yes, sir.
The data set you are using.
Yes, sir.
So that is same for all these approaches.
No, sir, they are different.
They are different.
Yes, sir.
Then in what aspect you are benchmarking? I think the data set is different.
Yes,
And the computation infrastructure is different.
yes.
Then how you are, I think the accuracy, you are unified the accuracy that okay, yours is 99 points and there is 90.5 and 95.7. How you can claim that yours is best? Because you are not simulating in your same data set or same infrastructure, it is not being simulated.
Yes, sir, that's correct. But the overall goal is to see which model can predict more accurately and which can work efficiently in hand-drawn digits. So that's why we have compared them.
Relatively, it is
Yes.
no doubt it can be in most cases it is remains same.
Yes.
If in case of the data set not same somehow it can be this one of the things. Last question is.
Yes.
To tell me, what is the reason to where this project will be applicable?
Sir,
कौन यूज करेगा उसको?
सर आजकल सर मेटा एक कंपनी है जो कि वर्चुअल रियलिटी बना रही है, उस पर काम कर रही है. तो सर हमारा भी एक ऑगमेंटेड रियलिटी और वर्चुअल रियलिटी में काम आ सकता है. एंड ऑल्सो इन एजुकेशन फील्ड कि आपको कोई कॉन्सेप्ट समझना है तो ऑल्सो टीचर्स और अगर कोई कंसेप्ट अच्छे से समझाना तो हम उसमें भी ये चीज यूज कर सकते हैं.
चलो ठीक है, थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, Vijay, for presenting your paper. Now I would like to call Ashwini Shivam, paper ID 620.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here. Today I am excited to present my research paper on air canvas and using OpenCV and media. The demand for touchless interfaces has historically driven by application in interactive art, education and virtual collaboration. On air canvas, the system offers a novel solution enabling users to draw virtually in space using simple hand gestures. The objective is clear: track finger movement to draw virtually in space, convert video input into drawing output. These are most available solutions like efficiency, constraints, and customization. Literature survey. Visualization uses
क्या नाम है आपकी पेपर में? What is your name?
Ashwini.
Your paper ID?
620.
Carry on.
Visualization uses the real-time webcam input for fingertip tracking. We are using OpenCV plus NumPy to efficient image processing and matrix operations, hand detection and tracking. Draw using colored markers or fingers. Drawing layer, canvas overlay, virtual sketchpad on the live video feed. Mode switching, eraser, brush, color picker, gesture or based toggling. Real-time feedback like free visualization, real-time video feeding, kind of like this. We are using OpenCV for this. Frame by frame drawing logic preserves the drawing without flicker. Methodology and workflow. Design criteria for effective air canvas interaction. Its accuracy, precise fingertip or color maker detection. Responsiveness, minimum lag. If you are flicker your hand fast and fast, then they don't affect it. Usability, your intuitive switching between modes, draw, erase, modularity. Easy integration or intention with gesture models or ML. Proposed for future enhancement. We can use ML-based gesture recognition, finger counts, hand signs, color finger, sketch stories, and sharing in real time. Air integration for 3D expression processing. Results. Analyze current air drawing, interaction methods, and technologies. Visualization classified visualization into color tracking based drawing and hand landmarks. Example made by for using that hand landmarks. Gesture based controls. Hybrid interaction system with ML system. Evaluated practical challenges in real time air canvas. And these are the outputs. We use these colors by using our hands. We can choose these colors in blue, green, red, yellow, and we can draw anything which you want. And its conclusion is develop a touchless 12 interface using real-time hand gesture recognition. Demonstrated smooth drawing experience using index finger. We can also use any finger, but you have only single finger you have to use. Enable intuitive control through gesture-based color and tool selection. Validated potential for applications in art, education, and virtual interaction. These are the challenges. Inconsistent gesture detection in varying lighting condition. Lighting condition which is to be clear and not in dark place. Like during high speed hand movements. Like you move your hands fast and fast, then it cannot be recognized by this project. Using technology with overlapping fingers. If your finger overlap, then it cannot be detected by this project. It requires strategic laser positioning for optimal tracking opportunities. We can enhance precisely by gesture recognition, integration with AR, VR platforms for immersive creative tools. Results and discussion. Gesture recognition enhances user interaction and creative expressions. Real-time tracking enables a responsive and immersive application handle and models simplify gesture and detection and classification. Reduces reliance on physical input devices, improving accessibility. Conclusion. Visualization is critical for modern network. Future life, AI-powered visual analytics, adaptive interfaces, immersive and 3D environment. Strong interdisciplinary collaboration is needed to develop user-friendly, scalable, and actionable visual tools. And these are the references. Thank you.
थोड़ा सा references को दिखाओ. Any questions from audience, please? कोई पूछ नहीं रहे students? आप देखो सभी पेपर अपना 2012 की है, 2011 की है, 2000 की है, 25. जब भी तुम पैदा नहीं होता वो पेपर भी आ गया. तुमने उसको साइट किया. Why not you cited the recent papers? 2022, 23, 24, 25. अभी कभी भी ना next no doubt, I appreciate your work. Presenting a paper in conference, no doubt is appreciated. But whenever we are going to present, always the referees ask about the references first. Because that gives a value that whether you have gone through the literature or not. Next time when you see, this is just a suggestion, you should at least cite the references that is there in 2-3 years like 2008. मुझे एक चीज बताओ, आपने कुछ उस पे कुछ रिजल्ट एनालिसिस किया है क्या? Have you developed certain things? कोई मॉडल को ट्रेन किया? कोई बात नहीं. You are in कौन से सेमेस्टर में हैं आप? फाइनल ईयर में. Carry on. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini. Now I would like to call Hitesh, paper ID 639.
Good morning and afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today I am excited to present my research around detecting phishing websites using the machine learning. Phishing attacks are growing threats in the digital world, and my work is to how to advance machine learning technique and help combat the issue.
तुम्हारा प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं है? है हाँ.
Slide. Phishing is a cyber attacks where attacks pose the trustworthy entities to steal sensitive data like passwords, card details, and etc. Phishing can lead to circumstances including incident thefts, financial losses. The number of phishing websites is increasing rapidly, with attackers using methods to mimic legitimate websites to steal our data, and they use bad habits. Why we use machine learning? Because of the powerful tool that can analyze vast amount of web data, identify patterns, and automate the detection of the business site. In the survey, we have different approaches we are using, like traditional approach. Traditional approach, we are only using detection system like a of identifying the physical website using the example, we use URL patterns, domain names, etc. There are some limitations. We are limited to new attacks technique and to fake operations. And we are using machine learning approaches. They are basically utilize machine learning methods and single algorithm like result tree and naturalized algorithm. In advanced technique, we can use recently advanced include the use of convolution neural networks like CNN and RNN for phishing detection, which allow the model to learn complex patterns from the raw data. In methodology, we are basically we have used data collect 5,000 language sites like Alexa 5,000 basic sites. In second step, we handle missing data, localize picture and specify in third feature extraction. We have used keyword feature like length, subdomain IP, user and weeks. In feature selection, in first step or fourth step, we feature selection. Device feature, eliminate with cross validation, reduce from the 74 to 42 important feature. In last 5 steps, model development. Each model trained separately. Basically, we use several models to identify the phishing website. Random forest We have 91% accuracy. SPM, we have 95% accuracy, and neural accuracy, we have 96% accuracy. Uh, in conclusion, this is very critical with the rising number of phishing attacks. Identifying the machine website is crucial to protecting the user data and processing analysis. The machine learning for detection machine learning offer a scalable, adaptive, and accurate solution to detect phishing website by range of the URL website content and behavior patterns. Future acting phishing detection system must involve integrating new data and techniques to stay along the data. Also, we have taken some references.
एक क्वेश्चन मुझे बताओ आजकल किसी देखिए देखो आपकी जितना पेपर है ना 2018 का 18 से
There are some latest tweet for the सर बेसिकली हम क्या करते हैं डाटा लेकर मशीन को ट्रेन करने के लिए पहले के लिए और अभी के लिए और URL की लैंग्वेज चेक करते हैं डोमेन नेम चेक करते हैं सब पहले की वेबसाइट या अभी की वेबसाइट चेक करते हैं ये पहले बताएंगे
कितना डाटा सेट में आपका डाटा साइज क्या था
सर ये अभी करेक्ट करें
कहाँ से डाटा लिया था
सर बेसिकली पहले की डाटा सेट मिल जाता है ऑनलाइन और फिर उसको भी अनुसरण करते हैं ताकि हम मशीन को ट्रेन कर
ठीक है क्या नाम था आपका
रितेश रितेश सुंदर 639
Thank you, Hitesh, for presenting the paper. Now I would like to call Dipanshu towards paper ID 409.
What is the proposal,
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dipanshu presenting a research paper titled Cybersecurity in Digital Age, and this work is in collaboration with Ritika Sharma and Piyush Kumar Saluja. Today, I will walk you through the evolving cybersecurity landscape and the major challenges we face in the future strategy. We must embrace stay ahead of threats. Let's begin by understanding the foundation. So, cybersecurity is the practice of defending computers, server, mobile, PCs and data from attacks. With the digital transformation of our world through IoT, cloud computing and creative artificial intelligence, our attack surfaces has widened dramatically. Threats are no longer limited to simple malware. Today we are dealing with advanced threats, ransomware and zero-day exploits, and even state-sponsored cyber warfare also. The goal of cybersecurity is to uphold the CIA criteria, which include the integrity, confidentiality, and availability. Now that we have set the stage, let us explore the current research tells about the threats and the landscapes. The first come the literature survey. The global threat landscape continues to identify, according to ENIC Threat Landscape 2023, ransomware and supply chain attacks are the most prevalent form of cyber incidents. Reports more than 2,200 cyber attacks happen daily. Phishing remains the most common one. Moreover, human error and the threats are responsible for the majority of breaches. Now let us see the emerging technologies helping the fight cyber security. So emerging technologies in cyber defense.
To counter these growing threats, cybersecurity is leveraging and technologies, artificial intelligence and machine learning are now indispensable in threat detection, allowing systems to analyze massive data sets and detect in real time. IBM X-Force Intelligence Index highlights automation and AI as a key to rapid response and early mitigation. These technologies can reduce response time, but they are not the silver bullet. They require constant tuning and high quality data to remain effective. Now comes the Zero Trust architecture. Another revolutionary model is Zero Trust architecture introduced by Forrester. It is a principle in simple, never trust, always verify. In today's hybrid and remote environment, traditional perimeter-based defenses are obsolete. Zero Trust assumes these attackers may already be inside the network and restricts identify verification, microsegmentation, and real-time monitoring. Adaptation to this model is helping organizations prevent lateral movement and during the breaches. To validate these incidents, let's look at the methodology and how we approach our research. To carry out our study, we followed our multi-program methodology. First, we reviewed our 440 research papers, industry reports from NSID and ENISA. Second, we analyzed the real-world case studies such as SolarWind and SolarWind pipeline attack to understand attack vectors and consequences. We compared traditional security models with modern ones like Zero Trust, cybersecurity. We mapped out how technologies like IoT, AI, and cloud contribute both vulnerabilities and to possible defenses. Now let's dive into finding of our study. Result and discussion are analyzed in several key insights. First, ransomware is still the most destructive and profitable from attacks. Second, over 80,000 of data breaches are due to human error, like weak password, falling into phishing scams. Organizations like Zero Trust architecture were significantly better at isolating containing breaches. Well, look at some of the broader trends and identifying remaining gaps in the cybersecurity ecosystem. To conclude, cybersecurity is more vital than ever. With digitalization, overexposure has grown, and so have threats. Ransomware, human error, and cloud vulnerabilities top the list of challenges. But new frameworks like Zero Trust, AI-based analytics, and mesh architecture are paving way forward. Future innovations like quantum resistant cryptography and AI-driven automation will define the next era of cyber defense. We must remain vigilant, adaptable, and security conscious in everything we build. Our work references leading journals in institutions like World Economic Forum, NIST, and Journal of Cyber Intelligence. These resources help validate and shape our conclusion. Thank you. Any questions?
Questions from
No.
मेरे एक दो questions. Basically, after you have reviewed the things.
Reviewed and we have followed the trend क्या क्या problems हो रही है cyber security में क्या क्या weak points हैं and इस तरीके से cyber attacks बढ़ रहे हैं ग्राफ क्या है उनका
Recently, today actually, there is a attack. Perhaps it seems to be a cyber attack. Disaster happened in Europe. They are all metro, all power grids that is paralyzed for one night. 6 घंटा उन्होंने paralyzed कर दिया. पूरा Australia, Europe, France, they are all. They are now finding out that perhaps this is something vulnerable, कोई cyber vulnerability
yes sir
होगा. It is better in case if you want to do a research, तो कौन सी particularly area होती है cyber security में जो कि आप यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे रिसर्च किया जा सकता है. Did you get anything? हम प्रोग्राम कर सकते हैं, कुछ आइडिया ले सकते हैं.
तो साइबर अटैक को बचाने के लिए
नहीं, साइबर सिक्योरिटी में आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट साइबर अटैक को बचाने के लिए यूनिवर्सिटी हैज गुड नेटवर्क सिक्योरिटी सेफगार्ड्स. बट आई वांट टू नो, सपोज मुझे कौन सी एरिया में एज अ स्टूडेंट इन व्हिच एरिया दैट इज एक्चुअली I can do in the university level in my current infrastructure, because you see cryptography के लिए I need a test bed. Which area we can do? कभी देखा है जो जितना पेपर्स आए हुए हैं?
सर मेनली जिन पेपर्स का तो अटैक की होता है कि भाई अटैक क्या क्या है, इमर्जिंग ट्रेंड्स क्या हैं.
Authentication, one of the issues where we can have simulators.
Yes sir.
We can have experiment. And that is actually called your there is a simulator available online where you can see how this zero trust attack happened.
Yes sir.
Zero trust architecture.
Yes sir.
That is called attackandDefense.com, where you can actually play the things.
So there is also a website where you can check if the website is phishing, और एक वेबसाइट होगी जिसमें हम चेक कर सकते हैं और लिंक सेफ है या फिर नहीं है.
ठीक है, थैंक यू.
थैंक यू सर.
बाद में कभी discuss करते हैं. You are in final year.
Thank you. Now I would like to call paper ID 450 Abhimanyu.
Good afternoon, my research fellows and my fellow innovators. Myself Abhimanyu Anand of the semester IT 8A. Today I am here to present my research paper topic, leveraging blockchain and AI in the Indian pharma sector to enhance transparency, efficiency and drug safety. Friends, the Indian pharmaceutical sector plays a vital role in global healthcare by supplying affordable medicines. However, it faces serious challenges like counterfeit drugs, lack of transparency, and inefficient supply chains. The blockchain offers more secure, tamper-proof records, ensuring traceability and prescription fraud. The use of AI enhancing drug research and speeds up discovery and which enables the personalized treatment. Together, these technologies can transform the Indian pharma industry by improving efficiency and compliance. Okay, afterwards we go my literature survey. First of all, blockchain in pharma supply chain. First point is that in blockchain, it is used to enhance the transparency and traceability of data which we use in creating supply chains. If we describe our pharma supply chain industry, and it prevents counterfeiting drugs using QR codes and immutable records. This kind means that we use these techniques, we use blockchain, we use identify which drug is counterfeit. Counterfeit means here it is fake, which damages your health in the meaning of this pharma sector. And using QR code, we used to identify, we used to trace that medicine product that it should be fake or it is real, and it really works for that is the use of QR codes in the blockchain. Then it improves the inventory and logistics efficiency. Now in AI.
Come to the conclusion. Hello. Come to the conclusion because we have some time left.
The integration of blockchain and artificial intelligence is set to transform the Indian pharmaceutical sector by addressing key challenges such as counterfeit drugs and lack of transparency and inefficient operations. The blockchain ensures a secure and tamper-proof data sharing across the supply chain, which enhances drug traceability and regulatory compliance also. Simultaneously, the AI accelerates in the drug discovery and it optimizes the clinical trials and regulatory compliance also. And it personalizes the treatment plans which leads to better patient outcomes despite few challenges like scalability issues and high implementation costs and regulatory gaps. The combined use of these technologies uh, presents a promising path towards a safer, which is more efficient and transparent pharmaceutical ecosystem in India. With the strategic planning and policy support, India can lead in the world in adopting these innovations for public health advancements. Thank you. Any research questions?
No questions, please come.
Thank you. May I kindly invite our esteemed guest, Dr. A.K. Mohapatra sir, to come forward and give the best award goes to paper ID 657, Aditya Rai. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience and for making this conference a truly memorable and enriching experience. Your presence and participation have added immense value to today's event. Thank you.
We also have a special guest, Mr. Amit
From MIC.
from NIC. We request all the dignitaries to please have a seat on the dais.
Please, please.
Thank you, everyone. It is a matter of great privilege to be in the company of such eminent dignitaries whose presence significantly enriches the stature of this event. In particular, Dr. Dayanand Sharma. Dayanand sir commands respect in the realm of technology for his exceptional contributions, both academically and professionally. Armed with a strong background in computer science and engineering, he has embarked on a journey marked by excellence and innovation.
In academia, Dayanand Sir's illustrious career includes professional qualifications from renowned institutions, where he showcased a keen interest in research and scholarly pursuits. He pursued diverse areas of studies, specializing in information security during his MTech at Birla Institute of Technology. His academic achievements also include authoring books and publishing over 70 research papers in respected international journals.
Recognized for his accomplishments, Dayanand sir was honored with the Prime Minister's Award in 2021 and sir holds position in prestigious committees such as the Technology Policy Group and High Power Selection Committee. He represented the Defense Innovation Organization, Ministry of Defense as a delegate in the G20 Startup 20.
Transitioning into the professional sphere, Sir's career is marked by notable achievements and impactful endeavors. He has held pivotal roles in leading organizations, leveraging his expertise to drive innovation and spearhead transformative initiatives. His leadership skills and strategic acumen have garnered widespread recognition and respect within the country. With a distinguished academic background and a stellar professional track record, Dayanand Sir stands as a beacon of excellence and a leadership in the technology.
We humbly request the audience to join us in welcoming our distinguished guest of honor to enlighten us with his thoughts.
Good afternoon, all. I can see this crowd again. Maintaining this crowd at valedictory session is always a tough thing. So if I can see a lot of faces during valedictory, I can understand the success of this conference, what it would have been during inaugural session, and various your paper discussion sessions. And topic itself, AI, ML, cyber security. So I think these are not only buzzwords. This is something which we use daily in life. Now we are more smart with use of these technologies. And since I am in academic institution, students, faculty, all are here. Now this is also a question that with this proliferation of AI, ML and cyber security, mostly AI and ML, now we have to see our relevance also. Faculty members to give quality education, or that is human touch to students. Otherwise, this
now we are not in the era of traditional AI, rather we are in era of generative AI now, where a student just writes assignment question and the answer is ready now with different websites. So whether there is a need of faculty or not, this question will, keep arising day by day, and then we have to work for our survivability. That is very important. But this generative AI or traditional AI cannot give that kind of understanding what a faculty can give. That human touch is very necessary. Whether it be, even in defense, we go for a lot of equipment development. But just with the parameter requirement, if someone is developing any equipment, that may not be very easy to use unless he understands that how a human can use that particular any equipment. So that has to be understood. In defense, we do a lot of now project with AI ML, mostly a lot of prediction system. We all know that this AI helps us in decision support system. And as just Dr. Pandey was discussing the number of paper which HMR ITM has received for this conference, around 800 paper you got. It means your wide reachability, and then the kind of papers you were discussing, the interest of people also. A lot of work is going on in field of AI/ML. But AI/ML is not something that anything wherein you are using some data and then providing some result is not AI/ML. You have to understood what is the actual use, how this can be utilized. A lot of problem with data. We start a lot of development with the help of AI/ML, and then in between we find it very difficult with data problem. That how to train the model. So the more we will start getting such algorithm, more such problem will come. If in defense, if we'll go on our innovation department website, that is idex.gov.in, you will find that a lot of problem related to AI/ML, that is electronic warfare, prediction system, we have launched. But since many of you have also published your paper here, the task should not completed with publication of paper, with some sort of result. Now start thinking to implement that outcome. How it can be utilized, how it can make some ease of access for people, ease of life. Do you want your research to be just published in some journal? Just for record that India has published 1 lakh paper in Scopus indexed or SCI indexed journals. But young people should try to implement that. Fill that gap. Just we were discussing, we all were sitting there and we were discussing China is very smart. They have the capability to fight against, in terms of technology only I am talking about, against leading countries. They have worked for that. And then we have to come to that stage. There is still some gap wherein we are doing a lot of research, but we are not able to convert that research into products. And this is the now responsibility of students. Now resource is not a problem for any one of you. Take the paper of this conference or other conference, other journals in your major project, at least in BTech, in final year, whatever project you do, kindly take serious projects. Try to read a lot of research paper, compare these outcomes, and then try to fit it into some actual requirement of Government of India or any private industry anywhere, which you think that which can create value for you, and then it will help for your placement as well, stop going to your faculty member, just ask, Madam, Sir, I have to do this major project. Can you suggest me some topic I am not able to find? Give your time. There are a lot of gadgets available, a lot of websites available, a lot of generative AI websites available wherein you can ask for guidance. Use those websites not for research outcome or copy paste. Rather, use those websites for taking guidance and how to do, what kind of content is required, what kind of research is required, what kind of work is happening in what part of world, and then find those things and then do some brainstorming with your faculty, with your student group, and then come with some solution. And then, as on date, every Ministry of Government of India is inviting solutions from student, faculty, startup and MSME. This is not only about my ministry. So in defense, if you have any idea which you think that can be of use case of armed forces, you can submit your solution anytime on idex.gov.in. We provide fund up to, for normal cases, 1.5 crore, for bigger challenges, 25 crore rupees each project. And then procurement of those projects also. It is not only about providing funds. But come out, yes, many of you can do that. You have that capability. Whosoever has presented their paper, have more depth, presentation in conference, you have achieved something. Since you have came with some outcome, that's why your paper has been selected. But now start working in that field. You are undergraduate or many faculty member must have also presented their paper. So based on that outcome, start working again. Not for your institute, not for your director, for yourself. Since if you will start working for yourself, institute itself will grow. If everyone will work for themselves, just start living for yourself. And the day everyone will start living for yourself, institute will itself will grow. You will start getting values. Don't think what will happen if I will work for institute. Don't compare yourself. You can change your fate. Every one of you has that potential. Believe me, I have seen many people starting from zero and they have achieved a lot in very short span of time. So this AI ML has that capability. Bring that AI ML for your research work. Utilize that. And this is a topic in which we can talk for hours and hours. But yes, since you all are listening this session from last 2 days, so I am closing my remarks here. I love speaking with student and faculty, but I understand the importance of time, and Madam has also to leave. I can speak for 10-12 hours regularly without any break. So let's take a oath that yes, you all will change. You will start working from today's whatever paper you have presented or whatever you have heard in different sessions, not just for a tick mark that I have attended one conference or writing in your resume that yes, delighted to share that I have presented one paper in international conference. Thank you all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is truly an honor to be in your presence and receive your kind address. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct privilege to introduce an eminent figure in the realms of technology and governance, Ms. Sharmishta Das Gupta. With an illustrious career spanning over 3 decades, Ms. Gupta has been instrumental in shaping India's e-governance landscape and advancing artificial intelligence initiatives.
An esteemed academician, Ms. Gupta holds an M.Tech in Computer Science and Engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and a Master of Computer Applications from Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi. Her tenure at the National Informatics Center, NIC, has been marked by groundbreaking contributions to artificial intelligence and cloud computing, where she presides over several critical divisions, including AI resource development, AI cloud services, virtual assistants, and intellectual property and know-how informatics.
Her professional achievements encompass the successful implementation of IT infrastructure projects for the Financial Intelligence Unit under the Ministry of Finance and Strategic International Collaboration, including those with the Kingdom of Bhutan. In addition, she has led transformative e-governance initiatives such as the Swachh Bharat Mission, Prime Minister Awas Yojana, and the National Urban Renewal Mission, endeavors that have significantly enhanced public service delivery across the nation.
Ms. Gupta's pioneering work in artificial intelligence has led to the establishment of the Center of Excellence in AI in NIC and the deployment of AI as a service AIaaS on Meghraj Cloud. Under her astute leadership, several key AI-driven solutions include Ivani for image and video analytics, Tani for text analysis, Vani for conversational AI, AI Shruti for transcription, and AI Anveshika for legal research, have been developed benefiting ministries, judicial institutions, and public welfare programs.
Through her vision, dedication, and unwavering commitment to technological progress, Ms. Gupta has demonstrated how innovation can enhance governance, strengthen citizen engagement, and drive meaningful socio-economic development. Her distinguished contribution continue to serve as a beacon of excellence in India's digital transformation.
Please put your hands together in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Sharmishta Das Gupta to accept their generous words.
Good evening, madam and sirs on the podium, distinguished guests, and all our ladies and gentlemen from the research community and the students here who have worked towards making this international conference a success. And I will be speaking in short about how AI and ML has emerged as the backbone of the world economy and how it can help India to transform its landscape, both urban and rural. Okay. So, AI is not a futuristic vision, but rather something which is here today, integrated with and deployed in various sectors. These include finance, national security, healthcare, criminal justice, transportation, and smart cities. There are numerous examples where AI is already making an impact on the world and augmenting human capabilities in significant ways. So we in India, we try to basically call it as an augmenting capability. So because that helps, means you keep the human in the loop always, so that any corrections you need, that can be affected. Okay. So AI in research and development have a special space in science world, since they solve many problems and boost innovation process. In particular, AI and ML resolve one of the most critical issues for researchers, data analysis. Around 2 million scientific articles are published annually. Loads of other assets are cited by innovators in the R&D spectrum. Huge amount of data is making it difficult to find relevant information. Here, AI can quickly solve such issues with simple search and extract patterns. So we have nowadays generative AI and other things which are working not only for improving your research, but also there are cases where medical science and all, like during the COVID times, you had seen how much the drug the discovery was facilitated by AI, leading to saving of so many human lives. So AI research and development have an impact on the following: intelligent monitoring of infrastructures, climate change, earth science, space exploration, technical and medical diagnostics, creation of individual learning paths, behavioral analysis, cognitive search, and smart platform. So you see that AI is there in wide variety of, wide range of, wide spectrum of services, and R&D has a huge impact on businesses. You can get patents for newly created products and take a strong position on the market. R&D can decrease production cost and enhance product creation, allowing you to bring them to market at a lower price and increase your customer base. The Digital India Mission is mainly focused on providing digital infrastructure as a source of utility to every citizen, government services, and helping the governance and facilitating the services to the citizens on demand. So current trend in automation technologies such as cyber physical systems, Internet of Things, and cloud computing collectively helps engage with human like never before and is the fulcrum of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Rising use of AI, particularly generative AI, is accelerating transformation in every walk of life, be it manufacturing, healthcare, drug discovery, agriculture, or disaster management. So I will mention just two sectors. R&D will make a contribution, significant contribution to the society. One is healthcare, another is defense. So digital transformation of healthcare can be disruptive. However, technologies such as IoT, virtual care, remote monitoring, artificial intelligence, big data analytics, blockchain, smart wearables, platforms and tools, enabling data exchange and storage and tools, enabling remote data capture and exchange of data and sharing of relevant information across healthcare system, create a continuum of care, have provided potential to enhance health outcomes by improving medical diagnosis, data-based treatment decision, digital therapeutics, clinical trials, self-management of care, and person-centered care. So we would, in India, because it is such a large country with a lot of management problems, specifically in health, because of less amount of doctors, radiologists, hospitals, primary health care, everywhere there is a shortage. There are human beings who have to be given services, and many things like virtual assistant and all can help people warn of the diseases, early detection and helping the people like tobacco. People chew tobacco and they have got cancer of the face and all that, this oral cancer and all. So your R&D should be more or less focused towards helping the society. So one of the areas which I focused on is healthcare. So I would prefer that if you all are working, this is one area which you can take up work which can benefit the society. You can always get in touch with us if you develop some product. We can help facilitate you with deployment. That is not a problem because National AI Mission is at present creating that infrastructure by which we can deploy. So we want startups and the researchers who are just going out collaborate with the industry and academia and facilitate this. The second thing is security for Indians. AI will profoundly affect the speed of warfare, the portfolio of the proliferation of zero-day and zero-day second cyber threats, as well as polymorphic malware will change even the most sophisticated signature-based cyber protection. This forces significant improvement to existing cyber defenses. Increasingly, vulnerable systems are migrating and will need to shift to a layered approach to cybersecurity with cloud-based cognitive AI platforms. This is how a certain key US-based firm stopped the debilitating WannaCry and Petya viruses. Data processing is no longer focused on single-user profiling, but has increased in scale to cover attitudes and behavior of large groups and communities, even entire countries. In the defense sector, India can be seen as a late entrant, but has been taking decisive step for matching up with the major powers in terms of investment, indigenous development, and bilateral and multilateral partnership on the adoption of AI. Both to the dual use of AI, military and civil application being open source, there is a higher and easy accessibility of AI-based tool to non-state actors, which has further made it challenging to control the flow of technology. So you see deepfakes and all making a very on social media, and that's also you all have seen. So in addition, with proliferation of social media, AI has become an inherent part of such platforms where it is being used to spread misinformation, disinformation, hate speech, radicalization, further advancing national security threats. For information superiority, AI will dramatically enhance capabilities for the collection and analysis of data, but also for creation of data. In intelligence operation, this will mean that there are more sources than ever from which to discern the truth. However, it will also be much easier to lie persuasively. AI enhanced forgery of audio and video media is rapidly improving in quality and decreasing in cost. In the future, AI generated forgeries will challenge the basis of trust with many institutions. Defend against emerging AI-enabled threats through the values of free and open society. Digital dependence in all walks of life is transforming personal and commercial vulnerabilities into potential national security weaknesses. Adversaries are using AI systems to enhance disinformation campaigns and cyber attacks. This gathered storm of foreign influence and interference requires organizational and policy reforms to bolster our resilience. Creating a supporting AI ecosystem in India will help. India will depend on investment in critical infrastructure, which the government is trying to do through National AI Mission, tapping the private sector to help with innovation ecosystem and capitalizing on the developments made by the leading nations in AI. It is essential to identify these challenges and risks associated with this technology and build trust in AI. So basically my advice, learn from indigenous datasets to build models for your own demography, thus building strategic reliance in AI. Since you know the source of your data, you build more trustworthy models. You can take precaution against data intrusion attacks by third-party actors and states, which is a distinct possibility of crowdsourced data and AI models built using them. As the pivotal role of AI in our future becomes obvious, nation states are preparing themselves against supply chain disruptions in chips as well as in building their own algorithms and industries. Fostering domestic AI industry will stimulate high-tech sectors and consequently other economic sectors, help lead digital transformation and create a fertile national innovations ecosystem and create national competitive advantage in global digital economy. GPAI members under the stewardship of India have come to the consensus about the future of GPAI to pave way for renewed integrated partnership for harnessing the potential of AI for good of all. So we have to think sovereign AI, but that doesn't mean we have to be very parochial in our thinking. We have to collaborate with like-minded countries. The future of the nation is determined by the investment in innovation. Prime Minister on 6th of March this year said, India has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. He mentioned the approval of rupees 1 lakh crore corpus fund to boost innovation and research, which will increase investments in the area of emerging technologies. So best wishes to you all as a research community to rise to the nation's expectations and requirements. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is truly an honor to be in your presence and receive your kind address.
Now, we would like to invite Deputy Director Dr. Shalini Gupta ma'am, Program Chair of ICAMC 2025, to give their vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express my deep gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Madam Sharmishta, for taking up time off her busy schedule and grace the occasion with her profound insights. My sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Dr. Dayanand, for his inspiring presence and valuable thoughts that have enriched the session. Warm appreciation to all our distinguished speakers and session chairs whose knowledge and perspective have made the conference meaningful and thought-provoking experience. A special mention and thanks to the convener, Dr. Ehsan Asgar, organizing team, volunteers, and technical team for their hard work, dedication, and flawless coordination throughout the event. We are grateful to the participants and delegates for their enthusiasm and active contribution. It goes without saying that the motivation and constant support from Honorable Chairman Sir, Director General Sir and Director Sir have made the successful organization of the conference. As we conclude this event of ideas and learning, I would like to add a line here. सफलता एक दिन में नहीं मिलती, लेकिन निरंतर प्रयास करने वालों को एक दिन अवश्य मिलती है. So I wish you continued success and learning ahead. Thanks once again to each and everyone who is associated with the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is truly a pleasure to be inspired by your uplifting words.
Now, we request our Deputy Director, Dr. Shalini Gupta ma'am, to show their regards by presenting a memento to Dr. Aarti. We request our Director, Dr. V.C. Pandey sir, to show their regards by presenting a shawl and memento to our esteemed guest, Dr. Dayanand Sharma sir. Now, we request our Deputy Director, Dr. Shalini Gupta ma'am, to show their regards to our esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Shamish Shah Das Gupta. We request our Director, Dr. V.C. Pandey sir, to show their regards by presenting a memento to Professor Ashish Agarwal sir. We request our Director, Dr. V.C. Pandey sir, to show their regards by presenting a memento to Dr. A.K. Mohapatra sir. We request our Deputy Director, Dr. Shalini Gupta ma'am, to show their regards by presenting a memento to Dr. Aarti ma'am.
नीचे पैक करो, इनको पैक करो, सारे इनको पैक करो।
We will now proceed for the distribution of certificates for the recognizing team members of ICAMC 25. We request all the dignitaries to kindly do the honors.
We request Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir from HMR ITM to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate. We request Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate.
Everyone is guest.
We would like to call Dr. Mohammad Ehsan Askar to have their earned certificate. Please join us in congratulating Dr. Naveen Sharma as they come forward to collect their certificate. We now request Dr. Uma Gautam to come up and receive this token of appreciation.
We request Ms. Monica Deswal to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate. We would like to call Anisha Sokhi to have their earned certificate. We now request Mr. Sachin Chauhan to come up and receive their token of appreciation. We request Mr. Rahul Dahiya to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate.
We would like to call Ms. Priyanka Kapila as they come forward to collect their certificate. A big round of applause, everyone. Please join us in congratulating Ms. Renu Chaudhary as they come forward to collect their certificate. We now request Ms. Gurpreet Kaur to come up and receive this token of appreciation. We request Ms. Mamta to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate. We would like to call Mr. Karam Dees to have their earned certificate. Please join us in congratulating Mr. Pradeep as they come forward to collect their certificate. We now request Ms. Bhavna to come up and receive this token of appreciation. Next, we request Mr. Bhagya Raheja to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate. Now, we would like to call Ms. Preeti to have their earned certificate. Next, Ms. Urmila. After that, Mr. Amit Gahlot.
We request Mr. Parvinder to come forward and receive their certificate. Ms. Gurpreet Kohli, please come forward and receive your certificate. Ms. Usha Thakur, please come forward and receive your certificate.
We would like to call Ms. Deeksha as they come forward to collect their certificate. A big round of applause, everyone. We now request Dr. Archana Sahai to come up and receive this token of appreciation. Give a huge round of applause, everyone. Next, we have Mr. Abhendra. Mr. Abhendra Pratap Singh.
कोई बात नहीं ना
Please join us in congratulating Ms. Srishti Goswami as they come forward to collect their certificate. Now, next we call Mr. Nitin Gupta. Next we want to call Ms. Indu. A huge round of applause. Up next we have Ms. Hina Yadav. Please join us in congratulating Ms. Jyoti as they come forward to collect their certificate. Up next, I would like to call Ms. Archana Mongia. We request Mr. Vipin Kumar to come forward and receive their well-deserved certificate. Up next, we have Dr. Padmaja Panda. We would like to call Dr. Shima for their well-deserved certificate. Next we have Nitin Gupta sir. We request Dr. Karuna Sharma to come up and receive this token of appreciation. Up next, we have Mr. Rajiv Ranjan. Up next, we have Ms. Rakhi. A huge round of applause again. Now I would like to call Ms. Rakhi. Followed by Mr. Manoj. A huge round of applause and ribbons. Up next we have Mr. Uzair Khan. Next, Ms. Sonia. Up next we have Ms. Nidhi. And last but not the least, Ms. Suman Sehrawat.
Everyone come forward for the group picture.
वॉलंटियर्स को बुलाओ वॉलंटियर सारे आ जाओ सारे आ जाओ मैं भी आ रहा हूँ मनीष सर मनीष सर सर्टिफिकेट
आगे आगे
लाइव एंड कर दे हाँ कर दे